welcome to Vegas Nonstop with Jonathan Scott. I am Kelly Vohnn.
She thought that she would have got it right. Maybe she would have got it right. She's done it more than anybody.
So
but
close.
No, I am Jonathan Scott, and this is Vegas Nonstop. And I am Jonathan Scott, and this is
never stopping.
Our general manager and all-around good guy, Todd Always gets big applause. Next to Todd, our resident headliner, Kelly Vohnn. I love that. You've been doing that for a long time.
I like to think that I was the first person ever to do the vocal party horn.
The star of zombie burlesque, Enoch Augustus Scott. Woo! So I was watching a video that we did when we were back in the ladies' room at the Double Down, and you were doing bow.
I know.
Next to Enoch Augustus Scott, a legend here in Las Vegas, a headliner, Jimmy Hopper, appearing here tonight at the, where are we?
In the
Silver
showroom.
Sevens Hotel Casino, the second floor showroom, doing a tribute to Billy Joel, Elton John, and Neil Platinum Diamond.
Paradise and Flamingo.
And on keyboards, a resident keyboard player, Mauricio del Crutcher. 6 hands, Mauricio. So, as always, we're going to start with the player promotions and see what Todd's got in store for us now that we're mid-March, moving into April, in like a lion, out like a lamb. What do you want to talk about?
A bunch of stuff. So today's Friday, right? So we talked about the showroom show with Jimmy tonight. We also have some great promotions going on. So we have a drawing every Friday. We're calling it the Payday Promotion. Friday's Payday for most
people. Do you have a song for that yet? Payday Promotion?
No, I'm working on it. Okay. So 7 to 11, 7 to 10:30, we draw 2 winners. One winner gets $250 in free play, one gets $250 in cash. And then at 11 p.m., that's every 30 minutes, by the way, so we're giving away $500 every 30 minutes tonight.
It's $1,000 an hour.
It is $1,000 an hour. And at 11, we give away $1,500. So 3 winners get $250 cash, 3 winners get $250 free play. And the cool thing about this drawing, unlike some of the others, if you get drawn to win at 8:30, you're back in the pool for 11, so you can win twice.
You could get like $500.
You could get $500 tonight for being drawn in both drawings.
Wow.
Correct. So that's Friday.
I think we're going to sign Jimmy up for a player's card.
Yeah. We
play enough, that's for sure.
We've ramped up Fridays quite a bit. We also started a new promotion March 1st, since it's payday. We have a payday promotion. Come in, cash your paycheck, get $7 in free play. So we get you started off great. Get your cash, go to the machine, get some free play, and win some money. That's Fridays.
Sounds like a deal.
So tomorrow, Saturdays, 7 to 10 p.m., we have Slam Dunko. Remember Slam Dunko?
Yes, I'm excited.
Slam Dunko.
I have to tell you, I was personally offended days later when you told me that I would have to pay just to do the Plinko. You wouldn't just, after all the hard work I've done for you, Todd Reamer, you wouldn't just let me drop a little. Explain to them what the Plinko is.
Do you have a player's card yet?
No.
If you get a player's card tonight after your show, I'll let you do the Plinko just to see what you could win.
Wow.
Okay, so you got to get a player's card.
Yeah.
Todd's been known to load your card up to a pun.
Never. I would never. So Saturday night, the Plinko drawing. So we do 3 winners every 30 minutes, and they get to drop down the Plinko thing. Top award, or the top prize, is $500 cash. Second one is $300 in free play. So there's 2 $500 cash spots, 2 $300 free play spots.
And it's decorated like a basketball because it's March Madness.
For March Madness. You bet. So that's going on. Also Saturday night, what else happens?
It's the deal of the day.
Yes.
Nice.
Not quite deal of the lifetime, but that's coming back in May.
May's coming. Deal of the lifetime is coming back.
Yep. So deal of the day. So table games players, they hit a suit of blackjack, they get an entry, or if they hit the number on roulette, they also get an entry into a drawing where we draw 7 winners at 10:30 on Saturday night. They get to play blackjack, and we say play blackjack, but they really let the dealer, Raven, do all the work, and she deals the cards. And if you get a blackjack, you get $25. You get a pair of 7s, you get $25.
What happens if the dealer gets blackjack?
If Raven gets blackjack, everybody gets $25.
Nice.
If Jimmy didn't believe that, he was like,
It's crazy.
It's odd, right? This is the only
And
time
she gets 2 7s.
Everybody else gets $25. So we really built this promotion to make it fun. The average person walks away usually with about $200 in the promotion, anywhere from $100 to $300. So
Does Raven dress like a witch?
She does not, but she does wear black every now and again.
See? Okay. Sounds like a
Raven Simone.
Yeah, yes. So
that's so Raven.
Yeah.
That's so Raven.
So Raven.
So that's Saturday nights. Bunch of other stuff happening. biggest thing is we've really launched the showroom. We did 2 shows in February. We're now doing 4 this month, and so we'll continue on with the showroom. It's dinner and a show, $27. Classic Italian meal, as well as you get a great show like Jimmy playing piano and doing everything that he does up there. Kelly's tomorrow night, and then we have some good stuff happening the following week as well. Everybody's excited about Beyond Thunderdome, or that's what we're calling it, right?
What are you calling it?
Michelle. Tina Turner, Beyond Thunderdome, right?
Thunderdome Queen.
Thunderdome Queen.
Yeah,
Beyond
Michelle
Thunderdome was
Marshall.
the movie.
Yeah, Beyond Thunderdome.
So very, very close. I was
Yeah, we're
very
actually
close.
in a full stage production of Mad Max Beyond
We are.
Thunderdome.
For $27.
For 20 and food.
And you get food.
But you do have to go into the Thunderdome and fight Master Blaster.
Yes, you do.
Enoch is making up games.
He is. He is.
That's how it all starts.
I've been up early.
So since he got up at 8, I got to put him on the spot. I got a question for you. So, are you aware of the Steampunk Society?
I mean, I know what steampunk is, and I know what the word society means.
So do you think if we...
Glasses.
Yes. So do you think if we had Steampunk Saturdays, hence what I'm wearing today,
Oh, they would love it.
you think Steampunk Saturdays would go?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge still, right?
I think it's big. Okay.
I don't know if like every Saturday,
Jimmy
but maybe
Hopper
once
thinks
a
it's
month.
big. Look at his glasses.
I love it. Yeah.
It's definitely worth a try. I think once, who knows?
Once a month? Maybe?
At
All right,
least.
we have to kick that around.
But you need a steampunk band or something. Or
Yeah,
like,
you need something.
We would, absolutely.
What kind of
So,
music would that be? I don't.
Steampunk's different. I'm trying to remember the band that we looked at for Rail City. We actually looked for a band up there to do in the parking lot, and I cannot remember their name now, but they're from San Diego.
All I ever remember is like steampunk fashions. I never just think about what the music would be. Now I'm fascinated.
Me too.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have Enoch for Mother's Day doing Baritones of Love
With all 4 of our spare tones.
That'd be great.
in May.
Awesome.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Lots of
We've got-
exciting things happening up in that showroom.
There is.
Exciting. And again, like I've said a million times, with so many venues closing down, it's just exciting to have one opening up.
Yep.
And doing well.
Yeah.
And doing food too. That's fantastic.
Yep.
We also have down here starting at 8:30 to 12 tonight. We have Latin Breeze, which is really one of the most popular Latin bands here in Las Vegas, and the fans are dancing from 8:30 till they're through at midnight. So that's going to be fun. Right after Jimmy's show. Jimmy's show's dinner's at 6, shows at 7. Tickets are still available on Eventbrite. I'm pretty sure you can walk up. I don't know if we could do that or not.
You can walk up. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So again,
you come to see the show, we'll get you in one way or another. We'll figure it
Flamingo
out.
in Paradise, dinner's at 6, shows at 7, and then at 8:30 we've got Latin Breeze down here in the Nickel Deuce Lounge.
Guys, just make sure you bring money for parking.
There's no charge for parking.
What? There's no what? But in every other casino, you got to pay like $20, $30, $40 for parking.
An hour.
An hour.
An hour,
An
right?
hour.
Yeah.
And here
Yeah.
at Silver Sevens, it's free.
It's free parking.
Holy
and we have this
cow.
really cool special, 2 and something. What is that?
2 tacos and 2 tacos
And a beer.
and a Dos Equis.
Yep. Dos tacos and Dos Equis for
For
$7.
$7.
Great food. Because now, I don't know if you know this, Todd, but the cafe has extended hours.
It does. the cafe.
Friday and Saturday nights, it's open until 2 a.m.
The cafe does have
For you
extended hours.
entertainers, yeah, we're open until 2 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. What's the burger of the month?
Irish cheddar,
Irish cheddar.
Irish cheddar, because St. Patrick's Day.
Irish cheddar pub burger.
pub burger.
To make sure I don't get it wrong from what the chef created.
What is the difference between a pub burger and a... I have to
They
never
put
mind.
beer in the batter.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah. So, but remember, we bought that cheddar special, the Irish cheddar, for this month,
That's
being St.
great.
Patrick's Day.
Flown over from
Sun-
Ireland, I'm
Sunday, St. Patrick's Day. We also have classic corned beef.
St. Patrick's Day on
Yes.
Sunday, right?
Yes. I
it
can't
is.
forget St. Patrick's Day because St. Patrick's Day is also my wife's birthday.
Oh.
And for
But wait, is she Irish?
Your wife
she is
Melody.
Filipino.
yes, she is. She
Say
is.
your wife Melody.
Yeah, my wife Melody. Her birthday is Sunday, so
Awesome. Happy birthday.
On St.
The
Patrick's.
Irish are smiling.
what else we got?
He's going into a song. I don't
He
know.
is.
When Irish eyes are smiling. We've got the great pizza every night now. We've got pizza available every night.
Pizza's back every night.
And no cover charge here in the
And I think
Nickel Deuce
there's
Lounge.
food down here at the...
You can get food in the lounge now as well.
Downstairs?
So
Oh, that's new.
while there's entertainment going on in the lounge from 8:30 to midnight, you can get food down here.
I have an answer. Pub burgers are typically thicker than other patties, for a crusty outside and juicy exterior, no ketchup or mustard.
Correct.
And cooked onions. Make it at home with extra slices of Cooper sharp melting down the side.
Fridays and
They're
Saturdays,
generally
we still have the prime rib for $21, baked potato dinner, prime rib dinner for $21, and we still have the
Surf
steak
and turf,
and a half
right?
pound of shrimp for $21. So all kinds of food specials on the second floor. You come in right through the side entrance, take the elevator up, and you are there.
Or once it becomes summer, you don't want to leave your car outside. You park in the parking garage.
The very
5
convenient
levels of
parking
great
garage.
parking?
5 levels, correct.
Very
4
straight.
covered.
Yeah, at 4 covered.
Awesome.
And none of it costs money.
Nope, it's all free.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Yes.
Okay,
No.
well.
Maybe.
Well, you've got a hotel to run,
I
so
know.
we're going to let you get out of here.
What's the hockey game? What's going on with my boys?
We're not doing so well.
The Knights.
I know. I think if we talk about them, it might hurt them worse. We
Yeah,
should
let's
leave it
not talk
alone.
about it. How are the Blue Devils doing?
He doesn't,
Blue Devils.
March Madness? Dude.
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
Is it
If
Sweet
it's not
16 is
playing
March-
this little small, round, flat thing, I don't see it.
That's why you like the Plinko.
Yeah.
Todd played hockey twice this week, so
I did.
he was hitting the head a few times, I think.
Yeah. I did play hockey this
That's
week.
so crazy.
My
You ride a
Thursday
motorcycle,
night,
don't you, right?
I do ride a motorcycle, so I do crazy stuff.
And I think
Yeah.
they played Calgary,
They
one of your
did.
Canadian teams, eh?
They did, and Nancy Wilson was there.
The
Watch
singer
it.
who's dead?
I hope not.
The guitar player, Ann and Nancy Wilson.
Oh, not Nancy
Heart.
Wilson, the black jazz singer.
No, Nancy Wilson. She was at the hockey game
No,
in
from Heart.
Calgary.
From
From Heart.
So
I
the other
don't- I
bad
don't know
news.
from Heart.
The other bad news is a Canadian team beat the Flyers last night, 6-2.
What?
Yeah,
Who are
not
the
good.
Flyers?
I'm Philadelphia.
Oh, I don't know.
Broad Street Bullies. Why else would I like them? They were the roughest team in hockey
Yeah,
for
but
the longest
apparently
time.
some Canadians kicked their butts, so.
Some Leafs.
Leafs are doing great this
Yeah,
year, and
some
you know
Leafs.
what? I got to tell you, I'm rooting for them for this playoffs this year. And my dream is the
No
playoffs.
banging on the table.
Did you hear that,
Toronto-
Vegas Golden Knights?
Toronto versus Golden Knights. That would be my dream come true. And then I
That's your dream
could
matchup?
die. I
No.
Still haven't run me my scarf.
You'd want to see it twice
I know,
then.
I suck.
All right, well,
Yes.
I'm going to let you guys go.
Okay.
I'm going to run the
Bye,
No,
hotel.
Todd, don't
We'll
leave.
see you. We'll see you Friday night.
Enoch doesn't like when you leave.
Don't leave, Todd.
Please
Play
don't
off
leave.
music. I was going to move over. I'll move over there.
You move over. Okay.
Jazz version of Kenny Boy.
Oh, Danny boy.
We should have green beer here.
It's almost like when Dad leaves the house. You know, it's like the parents are gone. Now we can talk.
The
I
mice
think it's
can
more like that
play.
creepy
Yeah.
uncle. But
Yeah,
Oh,
creepy
oh,
uncle.
I love you, Todd.
So a little later, we're going to play a little bit of Truth or Brown Sugar,
Yeah.
which used to be called something else.
Laughing edition.
The Laughing Edition, we're talking about classic TV sitcoms every week. For a regular viewer, you know that. But I want to talk to our guest, Jimmy Hopper, a little bit. And you know, I always say, stop me at any point, because this is off of Wikipedia.
And
So-
he will literally read the entire.
There's always mistakes
So
in
please
it.
stop him at some point.
Well, it's so funny when on my way over, I said, so how long's my interview? Like, just 5 minutes, right? He goes, what? He said, an
I can't
hour.
say the
An
longer
hour.
5
Come on.
We interviewed you, Jimmy. We want to talk about your great career.
We're going to start at grade school? Work our
When
way up.
National Enquirer invited readers to meet the hottest unknown performer in America, it was only a matter of time before Jimmy Hopper would make his journey of the heart, one which would reach far beyond the popularity in the showrooms and other major venues of Las Vegas. Did you write that?
I did not write that. I don't watch myself. I don't go to my website. I just have people do it because I don't like looking at myself. But the funny thing is my first year here, I got a call from Tony Marnell, who built
Marnell Construction?
Yeah,
M Resort?
I performed at his wedding at his home or compound, if you will. It takes you 10 minutes once you get to the gate. But he still has it. I'm living next to Wayne Newton, and so I did his wedding. That was that. And I actually played at their 20-year anniversary at his home again. About I think sometime last year. It's been a year now. But I'm living in San Francisco, and he calls me, and he says, "I've built your room." I'm like, "What?" He said, "I built your room. It's called the Voodoo Lounge." And I said, "Well, I live in San Francisco." He said, "Well, I need you to come back." And I'm like, "Well, when?" He says, 30 days. I said, "How about 60? He goes, "How about 40? And that's how that all started. That's how it all started with
That's
that.
awesome.
No, I've been talking about you all week because we're super excited to have you
The
here
Voodoo
tonight.
Lounge at the Palms?
No, the Voodoo Lounge at the
Rio.
Rio. And that's
Oh,
when
that's what I meant, at the Rio.
That's
That's what
when
I
they
meant.
had just built the new tower.
Yeah.
But I had a publicist that I hired that year, but it was like so expensive. I just said I can't do it. But Elliot Mintz, who handled John Lennon, this guy was $7,000 a month, right?
Anybody we heard of?
Well, yeah, and he had like 10 clients. I mean, multiply that times 7.
Yeah.
And so, he got me on Entertainment at Night, and I was listening to National Enquirer, but the National Enquirer was pretty good article. It wasn't like, singer's wife has alien baby. It was just like a decent article.
That would
right?
be the Springer Show.
Right. But it's funny, what happened is they wrote about me, and they still today they say this, and I don't know whether it's a compliment or not. The most amazing unknown talent in America.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
We know you.
What does that mean? The most amazing unknown talent in America. I'm like,
Performing to empty
You know,
shows.
they're saying
is that a compliment?
I've been talking about you all week, and I understand that maybe you do or don't do this anymore, but you used to have parties at your house with your art?
Still do. I sit behind-
Amazing artist.
Art parties?
No,
Is it like mommy and me wine parties?
No, it's I perform behind my grand piano. I have like an 8-foot Yamaha, and so we live in a loft. It's not big. It's like 1,900 square feet, but it's one big room, high ceiling. So when you walk into my place, you go, oh, there's this piano. There's where they have sex. There's where they eat. There's where they watch TV, because you can see it all in one. And it's all one big room. I love that kind of living. And so
Please tell me the bathroom is in a separate room?
bathrooms. She has a separate walk-in and all that. And I have a small bathroom. I need a shower and a place to potty. But she's got a nice all this. But so I started right after COVID. I started doing shows once a month in my home and inviting I can hold as many as like 22 people, 25 people comfortably.
Right.
I set up chairs and move some things around, and they're this close to me, right here. And I hire a chef, and I hire a hot bartender. If it's not my wife that night, I'll hire somebody else hot.
Yeah.
And I serve top shelf liquor and wine and champagne. And they come at 6:30. They eat. They mingle. 7:30, I do my concert, and then they're gone by 9.
It's a great idea. Show.
Love it.
It's kind of like a dinner party.
Exactly, and I charge like $125, and they pay it, and they come, and I do it like once a month.
And then you can rent your house off. Then you rent your house off.
House dash studio.
That's Miley Cyrus, when she recorded that Disney special in her home in LA. I was like, brilliant, because now your home's like part of your
Mauricio, yes, sir.
Well,
You also saved on transportation.
You save on transportation.
yeah, exactly.
You still do that now?
Yes, I do.
Good for you.
I still do it, and it's funny because my wife and I lease our high. We're on the 12th floor, and we got windows all the way around, so it's a great view, if you will. I've never been a cut the grass kind of guy, lawnmower guy, because I did it as a kid to make money, up the street, and I was like, I'm never doing it again. And
Did you do that thing where you have to make a game of it? Like you would cut it one way and then come back the other way, and then you cut off a little square and then do another. Like I would have to do just to keep it interesting.
I do that when I do a riding lawnmower at my parents' house, because they have like half an acre, and I get on the ride. I ride it.
Are they
and
in
I just-
Canada, eh?
Well,
Canada, eh?
that's different.
Fun.
That's fun.
That's fun. But no, yeah.
I don't think it sounds any more fun than pushing the lawn.
That reminds me of a joke about
It is.
the farmer that's in his John Deere tractor, and a traveling salesman comes over. Says, "What's the story with the three-legged pig?" He says, "Well, I was in my John Deere tractor and I hit a ditch, and the tractor rolled over, and I was trapped, and the pig came and grabbed me by the collar and saved my life, pulled me out just before the John Deere caught on fire." I said, "Well, how come it's got 3 legs?" He said, "A lucky pig like that, you don't eat all at one time."
Oh.
I knew where it was going.
You like that one?
I just didn't know how you were going to get
Same traveling sales guy says, "What's the story with the 3-legged chicken?" He says, "Oh, we grow them. They're hardier, they're faster, they're stronger. Just how does it taste?" He says, "I don't know. We haven't been able to catch it." Jimmy Hopper's interim move to the Big Apple provided numerous opportunities to tour nationwide while writing the music and score for the animation project and Broadway musical. The Day There Was No More Music, touted by some to be the next Lion King. The animation version is currently in production stages. What's that all about?
That was I got approached. Where was I performing? I was in
New York, it sounds like.
Well, no, I was in Atlantic City in Harris in the showroom. We had like a 7-piece orchestra. Yeah, great. And after one of my shows one night, because you know how you go out and you sign CDs for people and that sort of thing. So I'd go out and just do a meet and greet, you know. And he walked up to me, my friend, who passed away because he got very sick. And he said, I have a script, I want you to read my script. And I took it home, and I didn't read it for like months. And then I finally sat down and read it, and I called him and I said, this is amazing. What is this? And he said, it's going to be an animation movie, and I want you to write the music. Later, we decided we were going to go try to take it and sell it to Broadway, which we could, if I could get $1 million from somebody to help push it along, right? You know,
Is that all?
That's what you need.
At least.
At least,
right?
That was, and
that's a low budget.
Just call the Nederland.
No. Just to get it going.
Oh.
In other words,
Development.
In other words, if I came to you and we had people from the Lion King touting us and and what was that other Spider-Man? Spider-Man or something, but.
After Dark.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is great. We would absolutely produce this for you. We need $1 million up front. It's like, all right, I guess music's good. Anyway, so I wrote all the music. He wrote all the lyrics. It was going to be the first animation, if you will, or the first Broadway musical. It's all in rhyme. Everything was in rhyme.
Oh, wow.
Everything, even when you're talking. You know, and so basically, the day there was no more music, there's a city called La-di-dum, do re mi fa sol la-di-dum, right? And the city is made up of nothing but musical instruments. You know, cymbals are on the top of a house. There were antennas. You know, a saxophone was a slide where kids could pop out of it. Just so everything was musical. And the wealth, their happiness, everything in that city is all about one thing: music. Without music, they just go to pot. It's over with, you know. So they have a witch named Winkle, and you have it was in the 15th century. You have a princess and you have a prince. A pigeon called Pidge, because he was really cool. He talked like this, and just other people, townspeople, and that sort of thing. And a cat, and the cat belonged to the witch, and she just beat him up all the time, kicking him around. And she goes to the prince, and she puts a spell on them, all of them, so they're just unhappy people. And she says, "I'll take it away. I'll take it all away if you get rid of all that music." So they do.
That's the arc of the story.
They stopped doing it, you know. And one of my songs was it was all about the cat, because everybody gets a Winkle, everybody gets introduced, you know, in Broadway. They come out, they start singing, they do it. So I did my wife said, you should make the cat Cockney. So it was like, there's got to be more in life than a cat can do. We play second fiddle to a witch for a year or two. Why am I always the one that ends up getting paid? Why am I always the one that ends up on the street? Is black really beautiful when you're a cat? Time, Cheshire Siamese, or Ali's better than that, better than that. So he goes on. I was born on the 13th. Of course, it was a Friday. And it's a really cute song. It's a cute story. And he died on me. You know. And,
the guy, yeah.
Yeah, and he was older, he was sick. And he passed away, and you know, a year or two went by, and I finally got in touch with his wife, and I said, "Look, I'm not going to do anything with this. I can't go out and just ask somebody for $1 million.
Why not?
You know. I mean,
Then our viewers have $1 million, and
it would have been a smash for sure. I mean, you can just imagine how, you know, and
that sounds cute.
It was very cute. It was very cute.
The city of La-di-dum.
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 And then it was like La-di-dum the day there was no more music. So which is kind of long for a title, yeah. I mean, it's like Chicago. It's like, what's the name? The day there was no more music in the city of La-di-dum this week. That's the name of it.
Want to go see that?
If you did it in Vegas, you would have to put the show or the musical after it, make it even longer.
right.
Apparently, ticket buyers.
Well, we almost changed it to. We changed it to like this beautiful woman with her finger. And we changed it to like, shh. It's going to be called shh. But we went back.
Becoming one of the most sought-after concert and performance show entertainers started long before Las Vegas. Jimmy Hopper began singing at the age of 3, at the top of his lungs from the backyard swing in Virginia, with his audience of 6 siblings. His mother tells the story that the neighbors would come out to listen and remind her that he has the voice of an angel.
It's true.
He'll grow up to be a singer.
Hung clothes out on the clothesline, we were a very wealthy family. Can we borrow some of your clothespins?
What was the town in Virginia?
What's that?
What town in Virginia?
Well, we lived in Virginia Beach, close to the water.
I love Virginia.
That's where I got my ear pierced. I'm from North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I know that area very well. I tell everybody, they go, "You from Virginia?" I go, "Yeah, my daddy married his sister, but it didn't affect me much."
Fast forward through years of performances and his numerous jingles written for television and radio, Jimmy secured vocal training from Darlene Romano, an opera teacher who taught him proper technique.
That's correct.
But as Jimmy aptly states, didn't mess with my style.
That's true.
2 years of training increased his range to an astounding 5 octaves.
That's true.
So far, so good.
Yeah, that's all true.
All true. Jimmy's journey continued from San Francisco in the late 90s, where he was awarded Pop Vocalist of the Year by the San Francisco Concerto Orchestra, to Las Vegas in 1998. Late 90s in San Francisco. Kind of calmed down a little bit by the late 90s, right?
It was the most amazing city. I feel so bad for the people that live there now, because San Francisco is beautiful. I mean, and to hear things like, there's feces on the sidewalks. Oh my God! Because when I was there, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I mean, I worked at the Westin St. Francis on the 39th floor or 60th floor. It's called Club Oz. I could literally walk when I went down there to rehearse, because I lived right in the city. I lived in a little area called Nob Hill and corner of Jones in California, and I just loved the weather. You wake up, it's foggy, it goes away, it rains a little bit, then the sun comes out. It's just beautiful. Every day it's sort of like that.
Like 5 different climates in one
and
day.
It gets a little windy, and I loved it there. I really loved it, and that's when it was. That's when I got the call from Tony Marnell, living in San Francisco, and I lived there from '97 to almost '99 when I came to the Voodoo, and I just leased my home out. It was small, but it was like hardwood floors. You hung the art on the walls, kind of like that, when you hang out, because the walls are all cement. It used to be, it was a hotel, and it's day that they filmed the. Oh gosh, what was that movie that?
The Streets of San Francisco. I mean, so many movies were filmed in San Francisco.
Star Trek 4?
No, it was no. Way back in the day when the guy that was married to the guy, sweetheart. What was his
Humphrey
name?
Bogart?
Yeah.
Well, you did really good on that.
I've been up for a minute.
You did that. You got Bogart before I did.
That's surprising, actually.
I know.
There used to be a hotel, and then they turned it into.
Maybe the Maltese Falcon?
That's it.
That's what was filmed there?
Yes.
I could see that. Yeah.
Wow.
And you didn't even pick up the musical cue. When I come home to you. You don't even know that? Come on.
San Francisco.
Tony Bennett's signature song.
Your golden. Oh, there we go.
I guess not. I would have loved to have been in San Francisco in the 60s, like in 1968 and 1969 with Ed Ashbury and all that.
Oh, you should watch the movie Milk.
How about Harvey Milk?
Yeah, and Sean Penn plays Harvey Milk. He's a great actor.
Yeah, I think he got to work with it.
You think he probably did. He's a great actor. And it's a sad movie, because you know what happens at the end. But I think that was right there, 69, 70. You can tell the way they're dressed. And
Grateful Dead and Janis Joplin.
Summer of Love, 1969. Yeah.
Summer of Love, yeah.
Not that I was alive.
No, you weren't even a dream in your father's eye at that point. Yeah. An amazing part of our history, really. I
can't believe you got that right in the Maltese Falcon. I'm thinking, I can't.
I know.
You know. Well, it's
San Francisco Concerto Orchestra. Anything about that you want to talk about?
I went.
What makes it a concerto orchestra?
Smaller than a.
What?
It's a tinier.
It's smaller than a symphony orchestra.
Yes.
Yeah, it can be like anywhere from like 30 to 40 as opposed to like 60. You know.
And a concerto.
Right.
Yeah, it's just different.
It's so funny. I went there to I went to and sang with the orchestra, and I never sang with an orchestra before, you know, and I was doing "There's a Place for Us," you know, and the guy, the orchestra leader is going to go, "Okay, go ahead and start." And I went, "I'm ready," you know. He goes, "So start." I went, "Well, I didn't know I was supposed to start it off. There's a place for her," you know, and then because I was, you know, I had never played with an orchestra before, like, because I'm one of the 3, 4.
I'm a dancer, so I'm not a dancer, but I took dancing before. I'm an actor, but I took dancing before I took singing or acting or music or anything. And I just recently, honestly, probably been since I've been in Vegas, I was like 5, 6, 7, 8, and they make fun of me. The musicians,
right?
If they don't count to 8, they only count to 4.
That's from Bob Fosse.
Well, you should have been like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Roll them right off.
Right.
Do you read music?
No, I don't.
Do you read music?
Yeah.
Mauricio reads music. What? That's never snorted at
Yeah,
Interestingly enough, Jimmy's first year at the Rio Hotel singing rock ballads, and he began singing opera.
Right. That was in 2000 when Bocelli arrived.
Oh.
And I went to my band.
Bob Bocelli.
Yeah. Bob Bocelli. You know, he's a chef now up the street over here.
Hey!
You get that opera shit up there, huh? Reading that, it just brings back memories because I don't ever look at this stuff.
Hopper's Freddie Mercury meets Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah, when the critics started saying that about me, I was like, okay, I love that because I'm a big Freddie Mercury fan, always have been.
I just watched the movie again, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh my gosh, he got an Oscar for that too.
Freddie Mercury's life.
But
Was that the new one that came out?
Yeah, with
Rami.
Rami.
Oh, I never saw it.
Oh my god.
Apparently that Elton John one's good too. I haven't seen that. That Rocket
I
Man.
haven't seen that, and I haven't seen that either. So I went to the band one day, and this is the year I was awarded Entertainment Singer of the Year that year. And I went to the band. I said, "Hey man, I'm going to start singing opera." And they went, "What? We are rock and roll." Because I had Jimmy Crespo on the guitar, who was a great guitarist with Aerosmith, and then he was with Rod Stewart, and then he came with me in 2000. David Ragsdale on the violin. We're still really good friends today. David was with Kansas forever. Jamie Borden studied with Neil Peart from the band Rush, an amazing drummer, just a great band. And everybody would come to see. We had a 7-day contract at the Bellagio, and it lasted 5 years.
Nice.
5 days a week.
Well, that's right. I first
Those
started
days are over. There's no more gigs like that. It's like, where are you playing now? Well, tomorrow I'm in front of Walgreens.
Yeah.
With my guitar.
How many years were you at the Fontana Room? 7 years?
I was there 5 years, but we had a 7-day contract.
Yeah, I would fly in and I would go see you at the Fontana Room.
So anyway, I went to the band and said, "There's a new guy, it's Andre Bocelli, and he's kind of and actually all your opera singers, they weren't fond of him. They said he's too pop, and we don't really want him in our circle. But $6 million a night later, serious,
exactly.
Not maybe that much, but he definitely makes 1 or 2 a night."
Sure.
They said, "You can't do this. We're rock and roll." I go, "I think it's going to be a good thing to throw a curveball to people like that." And I pulled it off, and it's the best thing I ever did. Because to this day, that's all people talk about. Watch, he's going to do a Zeppelin tune. Watch what he does. You're going to freak out. He's going to go sing some opera. It's crazy, and they like it. They like it. It's pop opera. It's not boring stuff. You know, calling hey popped it and the prayer, pray. You know, those are nice songs and people want to hear them. You know, and they like it when you're Lord chicken and you shake your voice. And I enjoy doing it. People and so I added to that. I started doing a lot of Broadway stuff, and the reason I even did that, I went to the stage. I was on the stage of the Rio singing like "You Spin Me Right From I See the Lights of You." I started singing like that. I'm like, "What are you doing?" Ask him. I said, "But then I said, wait a minute, this is kind of operatic," and so that's what made me want to go into singing lots of Broadway and opera stuff. And so I did like 4 opera pieces in my show.
Dormer, probably one of them.
Well, I'm not doing any tonight.
No.
And I'll have people say, "Come on, just do one." And with us about Billy Joel, Elton John, and Neil Diamond tonight.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, leave me alone.
Have you heard of the group called East Side Village Company? They take opera songs, Nessun Dorma, and turn it into heavier rock and stuff.
Don't just see something.
And
like
so
that.
Mark Jovi, you know Mark Jovi?
Yes.
Mark Jovi, myself, and Christine Shabak, we did a show, and it was, I love her too, and it's what you're talking
Mark
about.
Giovi.
Mark Jovi.
Yes.
Yeah. We did a trio, and we were Papa Trio. We were doing opera and rock together.
Awesome.
We did it years ago. It was
Very
so
cool.
fun.
Yeah, he likes singing opera.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is a good.
And he's a good singer.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jimmy delivers a high energy, inimitable evening drawing fans of all ages.
Okay.
Tonight,
Well, I don't even know what inimitable.
I don't know.
It means, I think it
the
means
soundtrack of our lives in perfect pitch
and,
is Ron Tapp from Ron Tapp
like
Production.
specific tone.
Los Angeles summed up Jimmy Hopper, the most amazing voice you'll ever love.
Aww.
Dinner 6 o'clock, show 7 o'clock.
That's a crock.
This is right off of the
Yeah.
page.
Oh,
Tickets are
inimitable
available on
means-
Eventbrite.
It's impossible to copy. Unique and specific.
And then
Thank you.
Inevitable.
Inimitable.
This lady, Kelly Bunn, Saturday night, same thing. Dinner 6 o'clock, shows 7 o'clock. Go to Eventbrite or go to VegasNonStop.com.
This is your second time up in the showroom, y'all.
Second time, the first time I did Sophisticated Ladies, where I did all the amazing
Ladies who were
ladies like
sophisticated.
Barbara Streisand and Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, and all that stuff. This time, tomorrow night, I'm doing my country show where I'm going to do Dolly Parton, Patsy.
Are you going to do it on the back of the tractor while you mow
And
lawn?
Penny Wiggins is my special guest.
Oh, a special
Tomorrow.
guest from
I
Ben
just saw her
Ben.
on a plane.
Love Ben Ben.
She is on a plane. She's
gonna be back in time?
Yeah. Well, she's from California.
So 2 great shows, and then we've got lounge shows, no cover charge for the lounge shows, but $27 for dinner and a show. We're going to beat that. Free parking.
I honestly don't know how the budget squares on that. I have to tell you.
Because we want everybody to come and have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a
And the
local
casino is
kind of
really investing.
So if you're a
in their talent and their stuff.
regular viewer, you know that we play a little game here, and tonight's classic TV sitcom series is Rowan Martin's Laugh-In.
Yes.
Want me to read anything?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, then you can explain the rules of the game.
So, this game called Truth or Brown Sugar, based on the classic game Truth or and so I will make a statement. You must decide if the statement is true or false. These are not opinions; these are empirical facts.
Empirical.
And you can advocate for your position, but ultimately, at the end of the day, I am the arbiter of what is truth and what is brown sugar. Are you ready to play Truth or Brown Sugar?
Yes, my liege.
That's so hysterical. Oh my god, Oh yeah. I think that was the theme song. Sock it to me. You bet your sweet bippy.
You bet your sweet
Here comes the judge.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's still recording me. So I used my speech to text function to do some of this, and then I left it on, and so it just recorded literally everything I said. Okay. First statement. There was a special edition Mustang released based on a laugh-in catchphrase. Truth or brown sugar?
What's the catchphrase?
Here comes the judge.
I'll say true.
I say brown sugar.
I agree with you. Brown sugar.
It was actually a Pontiac GT, but there was a special edition It cost $340 something more. They put like a decal on the front, and it was the judge.
Here come the judge.
That was the idea. Here comes the
Here come the judge.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Anyway, and
What do I owe you?
they weren't brothers. Truth or Brown Sugar?
Rowan and
Brown
Martin.
Sugar. Rowan and Martin had
Brothers?
No, they were not.
Smothers Brothers were brothers.
Aren't they
Rowan
the
and Martin
Smothers
were not
brothers?
No,
Rowan and Martin.
Rowan and
Aren't the
Martin.
Smothers brothers?
No.
Who are the Smothers brothers?
The Smothers
were
brother,
brothers.
Tony and Dickie Smothers.
Aren't that the guys from Laugh-In?
No.
No.
And you're the
I love
judge
to
on
say, no, but
this?
here, I
It's
have a
a
question.
rapid fire sketch comedy show that was must-see TV.
No, stop it. Stop it, right now. Rowan and
woke up
Martin,
early.
who are Dick and...
Dan Rowan and Dick Martin.
Right, we're the Laugh-In guys.
They were
Aren't
not
they the
brothers.
Tommy and Dick
I thought they
Smothers was a
went-
whole
No,
other show.
The Smother brothers were actual
A
brothers.
whole nother show?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not
Was Bob
allowed to do
Newhart
this.
You young kids. Bob Newhart.
Wait, was he on the Smothers Brothers?
No. Officer Judy was on the Smothers Brothers.
Judge Judy before she became
No,
judge?
Officer Judy.
Before she was a
It was
judge.
Bob Einstein, who was also known as Super Dave, was also
So the Smothers Brothers...
separate.
Okay, here's... I thought Rowan and Martin were a comedy team who went under the guise of...
No.
Wow.
Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar.
To you.
So the
Okay, I'm glad we got
Good
that straightened
research
out.
there.
Okay, first of all, you know what it is? You know that thing about how they did the Super
You have a song
Collider?
ready?
Listen, you know how they did the Super Collider and now we're in a different universe, the Mandela effect, and everything's different?
No.
Some people think that the Super Collider shifted us into an alternate universe, and so that's why we remember things differently, like the Berenstein Bears versus the Berenstein Bears, or that some people think
The
that
Bears.
some people think that Nelson Mandela died in prison, while some people think he was like
Paul
all these-
McCartney?
died in prison.
No, they said Paul McCartney was dead.
He was
and
dead,
there
yeah, they
a
really
guy
replaced
playing
him.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. At any rate, I do believe that Rowan Martin and the Smothers Brothers are the same person. In
No, but
another
it wasn't around the same time.
No, they're not.
Next question. please.
Robin Williams starred in the 1977 short-lived revival. Truth or Brown Sugar?
I'd say Brown Sugar.
I think it's because I love him. I think it's true. And I've seen
would say it's
footage on him from the late 70s.
Yeah,
so.
it is true. Right before they tried a revival after SNL came on and basically stole Laugh-In's whole gag, they wanted to revive it, and it only lasted a few months, but Robin Williams was in it. It was 1977, right before he became big time in 1978 with Mork and Mindy.
Right, and it's so
Nanu,
funny
nanu.
when it's so funny. I saw because I just love Robin. We did a couple shows together up at South Lake Tahoe.
Oh, wow.
Harris, and he when he started doing Mork and Mindy, when they started that show, he was like, "Oh my gosh." They said, "We're paying you $15,000. $15,000 a month. This is amazing." They said,
Per show.
No, a week." Well, that $15,000 in the late '70s was a lot of money.
Yeah,
sure.
$15,000 in the late '70s
It
would
would
be
be great a
easily
week right
50
now.
or 60 today.
To a struggling comic. But actually, he started on Happy Days. I think it was. He was.
His,
the
Mork character.
Mork. Nano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
He was
Mork, the
introduced
character,
on
was
Happy
introduced on Happy
Days.
Days.
The character was introduced on Happy
Mork.
Days.
Mork.
Next question, please.
Okay.
Nice, yeah.
Meanwhile, 15,000.
But getting
Yeah.
to work with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
he was
cool.
he was so. When did I see him again? I saw him again in New York, and I'm just not the type of person that gets starstruck. You know, I like to respect people that way. You know, I hate it when people come and try to touch me. You know, like.
I love it.
Right.
Try to touch me.
Of course, I guess.
It depends on the situation.
It depends, you know. Oh, you can touch me there, of course. Anyone can, but he was, you know, he had all of us do. You know, people like us that are musically inclined. We have our upsides and we have our very low depressed sides sometimes, and sometimes it's worse than for others. But he'd come in. I saw him come into a restaurant in New York, and I was sitting at the bar, and I just say, "Hey, Robin, how's it going?" He goes, "Hey, I remember we were working together." And he just walked all the way to the back end, got a table by himself, and you know. But when you're that popular, you can imagine, you know,
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Also, but it's also exhausting when you have to give and give and give and
Yeah.
give and give. Like you do want.
Your downtime.
Also, overly performers generally overly empathetic. And so others' emotions can affect you and rub off on you and get to you if you're really trying to, because you just can't help but reach out.
And you have to be so. You have to appreciate your gifts. You have to appreciate people coming to see you. But when I finish a show, when I'm on stage and I'm performing, I'm just the nicest guy on the planet. I'm like crack a few jokes and make fun of myself. It's always good to make fun of yourself. But when I'm done and they all come up and they want to talk to me, it's just like
very social.
I'm kind of ready to go now. I'm ready to go, but
Maurice,
A lot of us musicians and performers are introverts anyway, so we want to
So
be
you're
more
extrovert
alone
on stage.
afterwards
Extroverted
when we're not.
you're right. You're right.
They don't the same way.
Right. You're right. By
Yeah.
the way, you sound great.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just but
So fame is a double-edged sword.
we can't be like some famous people are and just be a real, just a real a-hole. You can't be that way. It's not fair, But I'm not as big as those people, and so you can't judge. I don't know if I would end up being like that too. It's like, oh my God,
I guess to remind the audience to be respectful of the entertainer. So, especially if somebody's having dinner or lunch with their family, they don't necessarily want to be interrupted. And my favorite is like, I don't mean to interrupt. No, you do.
Yeah.
You do mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
There was a daytime spinoff and a nighttime spinoff. Truth or brown sugar?
Brown sugar.
I don't know.
You must answer the rules.
I
that's
don't even
the-
know the show, to be honest.
You don't know Laughing?
I don't even know.
You come to our country and you steal our jobs.
They had it in Canada.
And you don't even
We
bother
have
to
the
learn
biggest
it.
love. We have the
Well,
biggest
what was the
love
statement?
thing in-
There was a daytime spinoff and a nighttime spinoff.
of what?
Laughing.
Oh, okay. A daytime and a nighttime. It was pretty edgy, so I do not think there was a daytime.
I said no.
I say brown sugar.
Absolutely true. They just read the guy Gary Marshall. Is that his not Gary Marshall?
Yeah, Gary Marshall.
Is that his
Penny
name?
Marshall?
Penny's brother.
Penny's
The guy who read the
Penny
Gary
Marshall.
Owens.
Oh, Gary Owens.
Oh, Gary
This
Owens.
is Gary Owens. Yeah.
He would read letters from the audience in a daytime. It didn't last long, but there was a daytime spinoff and there was a nighttime spinoff, which got canceled in its first episode called
wow.
Tune In because it was too edgy. It was like edgy, like laughing edgier, but the sexual innuendos were too much. Apparently, one station in Oklahoma, let's say, I don't know, somewhere in the Midwest, didn't come back from the first commercial break and played a black screen with organ music rather than play the rest of the episode.
I'd like to say we've come a long way, but you guys probably don't remember. Jimmy might remember that Chevy Chase had a talk show that went 7 episodes.
I do
And he
remember.
made like $17 million and then pulled the plug. It was ABC TV. 7 episodes for Chevy Chase. That's why he left Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
Chevy would just sit behind the keyboard, and he loved playing jazz. 7 episodes, done. Paid him.
Because it was too edgy.
I was never a.
Didn't have enough viewers.
I was
not a
never
big
a
Chevy
huge,
Chase fan
I was
either.
never a huge. I mean,
I never
yeah,
liked
he's funny and
Flash.
stuff,
I never
but,
liked. I don't mind the.
I was more of an
National
Aykroyd
Lampoon.
guy, and
Canadian.
I never thought he was. He was just that funny, And I never liked his thing where he was always falling down.
Yeah.
Like when who was our president?
Gerald
Ford.
Ford.
I just didn't get that. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's nothing funny
He really,
about that.
really ruined his back by doing
I wasn't a. I'm not a big Biden fan, but when he tripped going up the stairs 3 times to his airplane, I didn't laugh at that. I thought, this is sad.
Yeah.
Poor
By the
man.
way, Chevy, if you're watching, we love you now. It's just that back then we didn't really.
He's
get
still
it.
working, though.
Lord have mercy.
Still on some
Speaking of
shit.
presidents,
I think, just real quick, I think in his movies, I liked him.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
on
Yes.
Saturday Night Live, I just
And I can tell you from personal experience that Chevy Chase was, you talked about, he's not a person, he's not a people kind of a person where you go up and take a picture and autograph. Not at all. Not at all. I did a movie with him. And
wasn't he Modern Problems where he got
was
the
in Modern
superpowers?
Problems.
I did like that movie.
I did a movie with him called Bad Meat that was written by the guys from The Onion. And I said, Bad Meat? Bad movie.
Pretty
So
sure. That sounds like a bad porno.
and we got shot it at my house. Bad Meat. They would have had better success as a bad porno. Next question, please.
Jimmy Carter appeared in several episodes. Truth or brown?
True.
Episodes of what?
I'll say true.
Laugh in.
Soccer Tilly. Cracker Tilly.
Okay.
Were you sure you weren't in San Francisco in 1969?
I say no to drugs. I mean, unless you got a
I
lot.
say Jimmy Carter, BS. I know another president that did appear.
Who was the other president?
Nixon.
Absolutely
He
true.
said,
nice.
actually said,
Jimmy-
"Suck it to me."
Yes.
To me.
Jimmy
He was
Carter's
running
brown
for
sugar.
president.
And some people think it helped him get elected.
It probably did because
It
it made it look
humanized
a little
him.
more hip.
So was it true?
Nixon.
Yeah,
before
no, Jimmy
Nixon.
Carter is false.
Okay.
Richard Nixon is
Nixon's
true.
true.
Yeah, I wouldn't think Jimmy was. He wasn't a real talkative
And I think
guy.
Laughing
You know?
was going by Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, I think it was
Well, there's nothing he
79.
could have done that would have been funny. He wasn't a funny guy in any way, you know.
But he could have built a house. He's very good at that. He could have done
No, I mean like
Hey,
on a Laugh-In show. It's like, you
He
know.
wasn't the comic genius.
He could have made peanut butter. I don't know.
He always reminded me of Droopy Dog. You are so happy, very, very
I love
happy.
I love that dog.
Remember Droopy Dog?
I love him.
I'm just so happy.
I'm just so happy.
And he was a sheriff.
Deputy Dog.
I'm gonna
That's a
have,
different one.
I'm
Deputy
gonna
Dog is
have,
different.
I'm gonna have to arrest
Oh,
you
I don't know.
now.
Droopy Dog.
He was blue.
Oh, Drew.
Laughter is rarely associated with humor. Truth or brown sugar?
Laughter is rarely associated. Brown sugar.
Brown sugar. That's
Say that again.
Laughter is rarely associated or the direct result of humor.
I think that's. Say it one more time.
Laughter is rarely a
Yes,
direct
no,
result
rarely.
of humor.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's like 10 to 20% of the times people laugh is because of a joke. Normally it's just a social...
Right. They're two different things.
A nervous.
No, it's just to be social. It's like a social cue that
Right.
you pick up on. And you're like, you know, the time you like it's shit like hardly working, just shit like that at the office or something. Somebody
Right.
like, oh, and you just laugh to like because it's you're supposed to, or
Right.
other people are laughing.
Right.
10 to 15 minutes of laughter a day can burn 40 calories.
yes.
True.
True.
True. Vegas Golden Knights are the best team ever. Truth or brown sugar?
Brown sugar.
I think it's
Canadian.
Chevy Chase, you heard it right here.
I think it's true.
It is true. You're correct, sir. Vegas Golden Knights are the best team
They're
ever.
just having a hard time. of it.
Yes, but they're still the best
Did you
team.
know that their first year, I think it was like 500 to 1 if they won, you know, the first year, they win the.
Okay, huge, yeah.
What's the.
Stanley Cup.
Stanley Cup.
Stanley Cup.
But they almost won it.
Yeah,
they
the
won
referee
2 and then they
screwed
got whooped 4 in a row.
Yeah,
But
but
The
Go for
referee
it.
screwed the match.
I mean, $1,000 bet would have been like what?
500,000?
$500,000.
At the beginning of the year,
Crazy.
And you know people like the people out, you know, the Wins and the Marnells. They just said,
I know people that made that bet
Let's
and
bet
won.
10 grand on it.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, that would have been like $50 million.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Next
And
question.
And it was so close.
They were close.
There was a comic strip based on Laughing, Truth or Brown Sugar.
True.
true.
True. Baskin Robbins created Here Comes the Fudge ice cream
True.
based on the Here Comes the Judge sketch.
No, I
Truth
say
or Brown
false.
Sugar? Here Comes the
I'll say
Fudge.
true.
I say false.
Also true.
Here Comes the Fudge. Baskin Robbins was
That's
actually...
amazing.
Final question. This is an opinion piece. I will allow each of you to express your opinions on this one question.
I'm so excited. But
Hee-haw or laugh-in?
Laughing.
I'm laughing all the way.
Laughing.
Laughing. Hee-haw is a country
Sketch
knockoff
comedy
of
show.
Laughing.
I sort of rolled over and thought about
Which do you think holds up better?
Another episode
You were wrong. Which do you think holds up better, laugh-in or hee-haw?
Laughing.
What was that question again?
Holds up better
Just an opinion
in
question.
retrospect.
Well,
I think laughing.
I would
I
say
think
laugh-in too.
If they're naming cars and ice creams after Laugh-In,
Yeah, but hee-haw had a huge culture.
But I will
impact.
bet you, Yeehaw made a shitload more money. Whoops, I shouldn't have said that.
I bet hee-haw ran longer.
Sugarloaf.
I'm sure.
Right,
oh, Sugarloaf. I'm
yeah.
sure hee-haw
I
ran
think you
longer.
just
I
had
think
to-
Jimmy's the winner.
Jimmy did win.
You have
did
to be,
very well. And he had good
just
stories.
have to like that kind of music, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always telling everybody, like, well, this next song, I wrote a country song this week, and it's called "I Am So Miserable Without You, Baby." It's almost like having you here.
Take your tongue out of my mouth, because I'm kissing you goodbye.
Right.
I hope you're living as high on the hog as the pig you turned out to be.
God.
And if you won't leave me alone, I'll find someone who will.
Wow.
You got a song prepared with Mauricio?
yeah.
Okay.
But hee-haw was great. I do have to give it up for hee-haw. Hee-haw had some great classics. And going back
It
to
actually
watching
had some
this film,
vocal flavor.
We should do that.
The
You
Hart
know-
family.
Why don't we do that?
we can do hee-haw next week.
You know what I the most that I enjoyed about it was
the chicks.
No, well, I like
Daisy
girls.
Dukes and the
People always say, "Jimmy, are you gay?" I go both ways. I like girls and women. So, what's his name? Roy
Clark.
People don't know this. Roy Clark is one of the best freaking guitar
Oh, an
players.
amazing
in the world.
guitarist. A VP of A&R at RCA for years.
Yeah, he was one of the best
Discovered
guitar.
a lot of people as well.
Yeah, I heard about that. He was
Owens.
really
Owens.
Buck Owens and Roy Clark. I think there was a guitar named after Roy Clark as well. Gibson, I think, made a guitar. What do you have? What do you have ready?
Get out of here on a classic.
If you ever plan to motor west,
What do I do?
take the highway, that's my way, that's the best.
What do you recommend?
Get your cakes on Route 66.
I can't find it on the map.
It winds from Chicago to LA.
Long way.
Yeah, more than 2,000 miles.
Wow.
All the way.
What do I do?
Get your cakes
Where?
on Route 66.
I need some specific directions.
Now you go through St. Louis, down to Missouri, and Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty. See Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona, King, Boston, San Bernardino. Won't you get into this connected? When you make that California tree,
What do I do, baby?
get your cakes
Where?
on Route 66. Get your cakes on Route 66. Everybody.
Everybody.
Get your cakes
on Route 66.
Kelly Vaughan, Saturday night, Country Female Superstars. Jimmy Hopper tonight.
Hee Haw tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
Tickets are available. Wait, we didn't talk about some of the stars. Where Lily Tomlin started on Laugh-In. Henry Gibson started on Laugh-In. Who am I leaving out?
Flip Wilson.
Sammy Davis Jr. made
Numerous appearances.
Judy Carn. She was the Sakatumi
Yeah,
girl.
neat
Artie
chick.
Johnson, Ruth Buzzy, Goldie Hawn.
Ruth Buzzy. I love Ruth Buzzy.
Ruth Buzzy.
Did you ever watch She and Jim Neighbors? They had where they played Sid and Marty Krofft. They played robots and they had a spaceship.
No, but I watched Magic School Bus.
I'm sure you knew about him being the most
Biggest
amazing-
homosexual in the world?
No, he had the most amazing
Opera
beautiful
voice, yeah.
Who's that?
Yes.
Jim
he
Neighbors.
did.
I mean,
I think
'cause
we
I
did
don't
know
know.
this.
Oh yes, I mean, I couldn't
for
believe
Him and Rock Hudson.
We're lovers.
who
Jim Neighbors and Rock Hudson.
they were.
And Rock Hudson, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
How about that?
Nobody knew.
That's it for gay news.
Imagine that.
I had a great joke for you because this is back, not a joke actually. This was remember the All of the Family. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't get away with any of that today. You know, and of course, Carol O'Connor. He just was hated everybody, right? But
Yeah.
in true
Archie
life, a
Bunker.
very, very
Nice
reverent
guy.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
Reverent man. But I've always heard this line where he said, "Archie, what's a Homo sapien?" He said,
Yeah.
I told you before, you dingbat, it's a killer fag. Oh, God.
Great impressions.
Sounds like a-
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we've
did
done all the
We
family.
did all the
We need
family.
another show for next
We've
week.
done so
Maybe we'll
many.
do
We do this every week.
Hee-haw.
Yeah, we should do Hee Haw next week.
Maybe we do Hee-Haw. It's up to Mauricio. I don't know that Hee-Haw had
We
a...
haven't done all in the family?
We've done
We did all
I've
of
got-
them. We've done almost all of them.
all the old
We have
stuff.
to start all over
We
again.
haven't gotten to French yet. We're limited by Jonathan's frame of reference.
And we didn't even do
I would like to bring it into the 80s or the 90s and like growing pains at least or facts of
And
life.
Jimmy took care of the name dropping today.
Good job.
I didn't do any of it.
Family Ties is another good one.
Yeah,
Yeah, family
But we
time.
didn't do Family Ties
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't gone into the 80s yet because we're limited by your frame of reference.
Anyway, that was a big
That
snort.
was a good snort.
That was a great snort. I want to thank Jimmy Hopper. You see him tonight. Tickets are
Great
available.
snort.
Kelly Vaughan, Mauricio, and always
Singing
our
beautiful.
co-host Enoch, Augustus Scott, the
got
star of
souls on
Zombie Burlesque and Baritones of Love.
Yeah.
If you see us,
Finish
please
others.
stop by and say hello. Free parking. No cover charge here in the lounge. Latin Breeze tonight at 8:30 to midnight. Thank you, Mauricio. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Enoch. Thanks for watching. You drop us an email at news1lasvegas@gmail.com. 3:55 in the afternoon every Friday. Todd DeReamer and I are on NBC Channel 3 Las Vegas with live local entertainment. We're the only ones on NBC doing live local entertainment, so tune into that and eat well, party hard, my friends. Take us on out of here, will you?
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Be safe. It's raining out there. You know how Las Vegas gets in the rain.
No kidding, right?
I was writing a show.
Sock it to me, sock it to me.
That's why we're kind of
Wait,
workshopping.
goodbye.